This is what Russian peace looks like. This is the result of our Ukrainian artillery's job. Those savages sat here. Now only broken chairs are left. Everything is burned. But now those savages have been removed from here. This is the entrance to Borodyanka. There were days when they would fire upon civilian cars. This is the result of the battle. This is Maria, Dream, the world's largest plane. Take a look at the results after the ham-fisted Russians came with the tank and destroyed this pride of Ukraine. Good afternoon. We are from Ukraine, working towards victory and in association with the Freegen Group. Starting in the second half of March, we have launched a project to document war crimes and destruction caused by the Russian army in the cities of Ukraine. Project Close-Up War. The idea of these projects is to show the world 360-degree panoramic photographs and videos of the destruction caused by the Russian army using special panoramic view platforms such as Kyivmaps, Google Maps, and Street View, to document what our cities looked like before the Russian army came. In other words, how our cities were destroyed, and in the future, how they are rebuilt. All this in order to document and show the world and future generations why Ukrainians detest Russian tyrants, and additionally to film 3D virtual tours of the ruins to create the feeling of presence and with maximum emotion, especially when using virtual reality goggles. In addition, professional drone pilots have the opportunity to safely record the evidence of war crimes and the destruction very closely, especially in the most dangerous areas where the collapse of structures is possible or in mined areas. The Ministry of Internal Affairs, the State Emergency Service of Ukraine, and the Ministry of Culture have joined with us and have been active in creating the project Close-Up War. Panoramic, photo, and video content of the war taken from our drones has been used by many news agencies around the world, from Japan to the United States. We are using drones to do the close-up work, as well as handheld cameras to create the panoramic image.
Потом дальше, наверное, мы посмотрим на как это все это видно, будем на башне, можно будет подойти, посмотреть это.
The Close-Up War project is being created by a team of professionals from the Freegen Group. Before the war, we successfully filmed and digitized touristic, cultural, and sports locations, and created several popular projects such as Mixsport, Kyivmaps, Discover.ua, Freegen, and Quest Routes. The experience and technology we use to promote tourism and sports in Ukraine, we now use to tell the world about the terrors that the inhuman Russian army has caused. A lot of destroyed equipment. The best way to move around is on our wheels. Cars detour, but can cross the river. Armored personnel carriers cannot. Tanks also won't fit. Less than half the bridge is remaining near Gorenka, but cars are finding a way to pass across. Just for understanding, the bridge was destroyed. This is the whole after an explosion. Cars detoured around the hole but still managed to cross the river. This is what Russian war glory looks like. The driver had no chance whatsoever. After viewing the panoramas of the destruction, foreigners are horrified. They express their support and share their views on social media and with news agencies. 360-degree panoramas give the opportunity for the entire world to feel as if they're at the scene of these horrible events. You can get closer to see the details, look around to see exactly where the invaders hit, as if you were in this city during the time when the missiles hit, and understand what happened to the victims of this destruction, share their emotions and their fears. Therefore, such content vividly shows and conveys the details and emotions of this war.
Свій будинок, свою квартиру і зрозуміти, що було з мешканцями цих руйнувань, пережити їх емоції, страх та жахіття загибелі. Тому такий контент найбільш яскраво показує та передає всі деталі та почуття.
From all that we have seen, the Russian army is deliberately destroying mainly residential areas in order to intimidate and create harm to civilians. This is a simple residential building. Missile 1, 2, 3, and 4 just hit residential building for nothing. This was a shopping mall. We cooperate with the State Emergency Service, the Minister of Internal Affairs, and constantly pass information to the relevant authorities. Both photo panoramas and videos from drones are very helpful in capturing and researching the actual levels of destruction. Drones make it possible to explore the rooms and corridors of the blocked upper floors and deep under the rubble, to identify persons' locations during fires and rescues, also to examine dangerous areas of possible collapses of upper floors and in areas mined by the enemy. Destroyed homes in Bucha. This is where it hit, and there are many places like that here. All damaged. Another hit. Damaged cars, and everything has bullet holes. This is where it got hit by another missile. This car was shot with large caliber bullets. Just think of the size of the bullet that was able to make a hole like that. Barbarians. Another shot. Who can survive such a hit? Hole through the door, into the seat. No chance to stay alive after this. The next car, one by one. Look at this one. Clear through. And look at the driver's seat. 3 bullets and clear through. Shot right where people were sitting.
Вже такого снаряду вже живим не лишається. І прошита і наступна машина. Одна машина, друга машина. Подивіться, є отверстие. Вон вход. Там. І ось вихід. А тепер подивіться, що в дверях у воді є. Раз, два, три. Ну. І прямо прошита дверь наскрізь. Тобто якраз там, де вон порвана ще сидушка, прямо де сиділи люди, так воно і пролетіло.
The Ukrainian army gathered what was left behind. All kinds of missiles, some still active. Here's an F1 lemon grenade, RGD-5 hand grenade, all assortments of which are now flying at the front line. There are hundreds of places destroyed in Kyiv and the Kyiv region already recorded. It is impossible to describe the horrors of Bucha, where people are still being recovered from under the rubble and bodies from mass graves. It is the same in Makariv, Irpin, Vorzel, and many other small towns. This is the terrible view of the ruins of a small residential area of Hostomel, stricken in the first days of the war. The impact of Russian missiles have collapsed the inner floor partitions of the building and buried everyone who was in their homes underneath. Throughout the occupation, no one dismantled these blockages. Only now, after a month and a half, work has begun. Potential recoveries are appalling. Torn to pieces, Maria in Hostomel is also destroyed. This airplane was recognized as the best in the world, the pride of Ukraine, and was destroyed by the Russian army. This is how our pride, Maria, looks now. This is our pride, the plane Maria. Russians came and destroyed our giant, our unique engines, that no one else in the world can reproduce. They are one of a kind. Russians destroyed all at once, like savages. It takes decades to build such a thing, now shredded with shrapnel and bullets. But our forces also hit some of their equipment. This is the field of death. Our plane, Ruslan. This was also hit by missiles and bullets. Here you can see the holes from missiles that hit here and the destruction from the explosion. So they target our economic potential. All are burned. Here's Antonov Aviation Base. Now we need to rebuild it. A special part of our project is the creation of 3D models of monuments and buildings of historical heritage, which will be included in the project Touch Ukraine, which will be distributed in Ukraine and abroad to showcase our holy places and symbols of Ukraine in augmented reality, and to remember those destroyed by the Russian army. This is the way we resurrected Maria straight into the virtual world. Today, Russians destroyed our Maria, but in AR we managed to hide it on the top of an Alpine mountain, so everyone could see it and have a selfie with this Ukrainian symbol. While exploring the ruins of the Kyiv region, we received many requests to capture and expose the ruins in Sumy, Chernihiv, Kharkiv, and other cities. The terrors the Russians did there has to be shown to the world, but there is so much more work here. Unfortunately, our Freegen Group lacks equipment, professional drone pilots, and Google photographers to cover this amount of work all at once. We offer anyone who has the skills and resources to join our project, especially those who are close to the cities of Chernihiv, Sumy, Kharkiv, and other cities that experienced hostilities. The world was shocked by what happened in Bucha, but we did not expect that Borodyanka would be even worse. Learn about that in our panoramic pictures in our social media and future issues of Close-Up War Project. Together to victory, glory to Ukraine.
Слава Україні!